One of the questions I'm frequently asked is how should I respond when a client or prospect asks me how I am different? There are three situations when I think this often occurs. One is at the start of a meeting, the second is towards the end of a meeting, and the third is in more of a networking kind of situation. At the start of a meeting, I think it would be somewhat arrogant and risky to start talking about why you think you are different. So in that situation, what I tend to do is say back to the client something along the lines of, well, I'm hoping that by the end of this meeting that you will be in a better position to decide if I'm different or not. If you do go down that approach, then I would still recommend at the end of the meeting you go back and revisit and check in with the client to see are they now happy with what you've done, or is there something else they would like. In the second situation, which is towards the end of the meeting, it's different because they have already experienced you in a meeting. And if they've asked a question, you obviously have not done enough yet to prove that you are different. There is still a risk, though, that you become arrogant if you start talking about why you think you're different. So what I do in that situation is I give them 3 client references, and I suggest to them that they contact those references without involving me, and ask those clients, those other clients, to tell them why they think I'm different. The third situation, the networking kind of situation, is very different. You have a finite amount of time, be it 2 minutes, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, to prove that you are someone that they should talk to for a longer period of time. In that situation, I would tend to go into the benefits that other clients have got through working with you. And those benefits typically come in 3 shapes and sizes. One is around money, one is around time, and one is around comfort. So if I give you an example of a recent case where we had a recruiter who was pushed in this direction in a networking event. In that situation, my response as a recruiter might have been along the lines of, well, there are 3 sorts of things that clients often come and tell us that they enjoy about working with us. One is around money, and when it comes to money, what the clients tell us is they know that they have got the candidate that is going to make the biggest difference to their business, and therefore the cost of the recruitment becomes irrelevant. So that's the money side. As far as time goes, the benefit might be the clients come and tell us what they really appreciate is the fact that we are able to place the right candidate in the business in a really short time frame, thus making sure there isn't too much of an interruption to business process. The third, the comfort or confidence, is in that situation the client might come back and say something like, we know that your internal processes are so good that we have absolute confidence that every time you place someone there will be absolutely the right person for the business and we don't need to worry about it. Once you have portrayed those 3 benefits, I would be asking the client, are there any one of those 3 that actually are most critical for you? And if they suggest one of those 3 is most critical, at that point you tell a story where a previous client has actually realised that benefit through working with you. So 3 different situations where a client might challenge you on why you're different, and hopefully through this you've got some ideas on what you might do next time you're put in that position.